all my friends out there. Uh, you're watching Barry, and I'm Barry, and this channel is Barry and the PI. So please remember to subscribe and like and share this video with your friends. Help me get to 1,000. Today I'm going to talk about some of the best places to live. If you're ever thinking about retiring here, I'm going to give you about 8, 9, 10 places that most of which I've been to and spent some time around, and I'll tell you about good things about them too. Now, a little over 4 years ago, we decided to move to the Philippines, and so we started looking around where do we want to live. And I had traveled around quite a bit over about 4 years, 5 years, and I even got a job teaching in Taiwan, and before we got married. And so I'd travel around, and I knew some places that I really liked. And the one we ended up deciding on is Tagaytay, which is about 25 kilometers south of Manila. It has a good hospital. I'm not getting any younger in age, and I do have some problems that I have to watch out for. It's close enough to Manila where there's a VA clinic, and I can get my 6-month physicals done. And so, and plus, you're up higher in an elevation, and we're very close to the Taal lake and volcano, and I'm a volcano enthusiast. I was going to major in geology, and I assisted 2 graduate students on their PhD projects. So I got interested in volcanoes with my geology classes and experiences on the research projects that I worked on. And one of those projects was well funded by mining companies, and what we found is that there's asbestos in the talc deposits in West Texas, and it's a major supplier of talc, mineral talc. And that's why there's some companies like Johnson & Johnson, which makes talcum powder as well as many cosmetics that uses talc. They've been sued for quite a few $1 million, and won. The people won. But anyway, I digress. So I like the idea of it being cooler up here. And also a big factor is that Maida's family, her daughter and her husband, and now she got 2 kids, our grandchildren, lived over here in Alfonso. So that was a big draw for Maida, at least, for us to move here. But other places that I've been to and seen is, well, Angeles City. A lot of you single guys coming over here to go to Angeles City for the bar girls and stuff. It's also it's a growing city. They have Clark Air Force, what used to be Clark Air Force Base, but Pinatubo shut that down, and the U.S. left. So it's been taken over by the Philippine government, and they're developing it and lots of things to do. And there's all kinds of international food places, restaurants there. It's a nice place to live. We spent about 4 months there before I went back to the U.S. to get Maida over there, my wife. And so, so a lot of you might start out there, but you can fly, or you can take the ferries between the different islands. There's over 7,000 islands that make up the archipelago, and so plenty of places for you to check out. As I say, if you don't like Filipino food, Angeles is a good place that you can go to and get the stuff you like. And it's also one of the international airports is there too, so you can fly into Clark. And another one. Now, as I said, I like volcanoes, and we had taken a trip. We'd gone to Iloilo, and then to Leyte, and then down through Samar. To get from Samar to Luzon, you have to take a little ferry. It's about an hour and a half ride. If you have a car or motorcycle, you could ship it too. And there's a city called Legaspi. It's a very old city. It's very close to the Mayon volcano. Mayon volcano is a very famous place. Geologists consider it one of the best examples of a shield volcano. And so Mayon is there. Now, back in well over 200 years ago, the volcano had a big major eruption, and there's a small town close by to that. I don't remember what the town is right now. But all the people in that area fled to this Catholic church. It's over 500 people in that Catholic church, and they got buried in volcanic ash. The only thing left is the watchtower, I guess you'd call it, that sticks up. And everybody perished in that when that happened. And now they've developed into a nice park where you can go and tour around that area. They've made improvements on it. We went there back in 2000, I think, 2001, and we could pretty much roam around there. I never had to pay a fee or anything. Now they got it where you pay a fee to go roam around that area. In the Legaspi, you could, at that time, you could drive a little ways up the volcano. There was a resort there at one time, and it's just in ruins right now, or at least wasn't when we went up there. But we could drive a little ways up that volcano. But it is an active volcano, and as you're driving down through the area, the highway through there, you'll see the volcano, and we're quite a ways away from there. And it's a beautiful volcano, and that's why we had considered that. Well, didn't take Maida long to decide, no, we're not going to live here. So I didn't see a whole lot of foreigners there. Maybe I just didn't look in the right places. Sure as there are some. And there's also, not far from there, is Naga City. It's a very, very nice city. It's had a government there that was considered one of the best in the Philippines. They unfortunately, the most popular politician there was killed in an airplane crash. Flying back home, I think. So that's an interesting place. And as I say, further down, then you come to Matog, and that's where you catch the ferry over to Samar. Samar's a nice place too. It's not really big cities, but it's a nice place. That's where Maida came from. That's her home province, and so we've been back there a couple of times and enjoyed it. Her mother's birthday, we went there several years ago. So you've got a lot of things around there. You see, Naga City is also, if you want to go to Camarines del Sur, that's an area if you remember the Survivor TV series, well, that's where they filmed some of those shows. Also, the French Survivor series is done there too. That's beautiful waters. Beaches are brown, but kept clean. And you can go island hopping. It's some much nicer beaches around. That's a good place, but it's not easy to get there. And so you'd have to go quite a distance to modern conveniences, I guess, or find any American foods. but I like Legaspi. It's pretty nice. Uh, that's also uh, uh, called the Bicol region, and the Bicol food is very spicy, and it's touted as some of the best food in the Philippines. Uh, so if you like spicy food, that area would be good for you. Now closer back here, just across the Batanes Straits, you can get to Mindoro, to Puerto Galera. Puerto Galera's area, in particular Sabang, has a nightlife. And it's also a good place to learn to scuba and get your certifications and stuff there. A real nice marine life can be found there. We went there and had a really nice hotel there, kind of Mediterranean style, and it's owned by a guy from California. So, so there's a lot of people go there for the nightlife and bar girls. Another is the whole island. There's I think the capital city is I can't remember it now, but there's a lot of little small towns around there. But Bohol, the island of Bohol, that's the place to see chocolate hills and the world's smallest monkeys, the saucers, and you fit right in your hand. That's a research center there. So you do this tour, and then a bunch of companies take you around on the van and stop off at each little place. But then the Chocolate Hills is mainly the one I wanted to see. And I was fortunate that I got off of there at the Chocolate Hills, and there were two older gentlemen, Filipino gentlemen, standing by the viewpoint. The stairs go up to the viewpoint to see the hills. And they said hello to me, and one of them speak pretty good English, and got to talking to him, and he was the engineer that designed this new viewing area for the Chocolate Hills. He had worked for the transportation department, and so it was very nice folks. Enjoyed our discussions and talking about the area, and they enjoyed meeting me, and because I'm an older guy too, they wouldn't know why I was doing what I was doing, where I was going to go and stuff. One thing, the tourism departments, every little area will have a tourist department. It's a government agency, and they will have all kinds of information for you. So stop off in those places. They will help you decide, what do you want to see, and help you get there. And really nice people make up the tourism department here in the Philippines. So I enjoyed that trip there, and that was another place we'd considered. But the hospitals and stuff, I don't know, they are really up to international standards. So might have crossed that one out. Another one, you'll see a whole lot of vloggers on here live in Dumaguete. Now, Dumaguete's got a nice boulevard along the beach. There is some nightlife there. Many years ago, Dumaguete kicked out all the bars that was a girly boy bars, and they all went to this little suburb of Dumaguete, and they're allowed to stay there. And so there's those of you that like that night life and going to the bars and getting a bar girl, there is some there. But outside of Dumaguete, Valencia is a much nicer place. It's cooler there. And from there you can go up to Casa Roro Falls. It's a beautiful falls, but it's a hard walk down, and even harder walking back up. But it is worth seeing. And then, last but not least, is Davao in Mindanao. It's the capital city of that province. It's the home of former President Duterte. It's very little crime in Davao. The government really cracks down on drug dealers and stuff like that. But it's a nice place, and there's Samal Island right off. There's some good resorts. So it's a nice place, but it is hot and humid. And that's the thing I noticed. But that also is a gateway to go to climb Mount Apo, which is the highest mountain in the Philippines. I climbed it with the help of a guide and his two sisters many years ago, before I was married. Anyway, Davao's a nice place. It's a modern city, got lots of malls and stuff to do. So those are, I've been rambling on enough now, so the main thing is come here and travel around. There's so many beautiful places to see here in the Philippines. So many beautiful islands and the marine life. Diving is big here. You can do shipwreck dives, or you can do just scuba diving down to see all the marine life. We also have the whale sharks here. You can also take a tour and dive with the whale sharks. So it's a great place. I found my paradise here, and this is probably where I'll die. And but I'll be die happily. I'm very happy about that. Hey, guys, shut up. Pepper. Pepper. What happens when you got 5 dogs? But they are our security guards, so they really don't bite or do anything, just bark. And so come here and spend a month traveling around and see if you can find your paradise. And so y'all take care, stay safe, take care of your family, your pets, and remember to subscribe and like, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So, adios amigos and amigas.